Let's see.
Baby, I'm a duck, but I can make you fall in love. I don't wanna fight for your love. You caught up in your ways and in your feelings. I'm hanging with the guys that they the realest. I gave you 100 reasons why you winning. Ain't no competition. Tell me how you want it when I'm in it. You the only reason why I'm winning. You always kept it solid, even when I wasn't being honest. Even when I wasn't being honest.
First step, make sure you do your part. If you gon' hold it down, then show me now before we start. Your style consistently drive me wild. Fuck with niggas, stand on business, no matter who stand around. I'ma keep it real, I gotta tell you how I feel. They throw love up in your face to make you settle for the deal. You ain't gon' hide it from me, cause I admire you a freak. Sucking on my bottom lip while I be looking on your teeth. But you know that I'm fucking with you, I know you fucking me. I knew from the beginning me and you was meant to be. They used to get mad and ask me why I never listened. I was always on my money, so I never paid attention.
Baby, I'm a duck, but I can make you fall in love. I don't wanna fight for your love. You caught up in your ways and in your feelings. I'm hanging with the guys that they the realest. I gave you 100 reasons why you winning. Ain't no competition. Tell me how you want it when I'm in it. You the only reason why I'm winning. You always kept it solid, even when I wasn't being honest. Even when I wasn't being honest.
But now that your man gone, I stepped up, no longer the middleman. I'ma take you around the road and take your hand like a gentleman. We can hold hands, I slow dance and slow jam. French kissing this bitch when I'm all up in France. I can take you to Canada, I know how to handle ya. My sex drive is wild, and plus I got stamina. Any day could be your moment, so they keep the cameras up. Fella, where am I opponent till I put the blammer up? Our next stop, we in Miami, we watching the sun pass. Catch me out 20 bands, we taking the sun back. She keep closer than her close friends, but she ain't know that can be closer than her close friends, closer than her.
Baby, I'm a duck, but I can make you fall in love. I don't wanna fight for your love. You caught up in your ways and in your feelings. I'm hanging with the guys that they the realest. I gave you 100 reasons why you winning. Ain't no competition. Tell me how you want it when I'm in it. You the only reason why I'm winning. You always kept it solid, even when I wasn't being honest. Even when I wasn't being honest.
What's the motherfucking deal? What's the word? Trigger motherfucking bird, baby. I know I got fresh sheets straight from Hoover Street.
Yeah.
What's the deal? What's the deal? We straighten him up.
Hey, lads. Only way.
They got J. Paul. J. Paul in here talking shit. Tank finna beat his ass. I don't care what J. Paul talking about. Tank finna whoop his motherfucking ass, baby. This nigga done got his goofy ass on the internet.
Qualify for Chase's new program where you can access it to $150,000.
Bird gang, what's the deal? I want to see this right here. This is what I was looking at earlier. They say who started. I was looking at the podcast with Street TV. They was basically saying who they feel started Hood Days. Who y'all feel started Hood Days, man? Who y'all think started Hood Days in LA with who? LA gangs. Who y'all think the first hood? They give it to the 89 East Coasters, right? The nigga Bear. They say Bear from 89 East Coast started Hood Days, you know. He say something like 89, 88, something like that. He saying that basically they had a little party, whatever, it was jerking, they had all the peoples in there, you feel me? It was turned to whatever, and then they said next year, the following year, they started raising money for it. But to me, it only made sense to me that the sevenfolds, to me. That's just me based on the fact. All right, so they said 89 East Coast is allegedly supposed to start at said days, right? But to me, it don't make sense with 89 East Coast, because you mean to tell me if 89 East Coast started, why would sevenfold be a runner up right behind that? You mean to tell me they waited from August 9th and waited a whole nother year for the sevenfold to start theirs? You got 8-9 East Coast, you got 9-7 Q102, you got 190, you got 11-8, you got all these different coasts after that. You mean to tell me they waited a whole year for sevenfold to start theirs? I don't believe that. That don't make sense to me. That part don't make sense. So, in my analogy, I believe that shit, sevenfold was the first, and it probably sparked the idea based on that it came around, sevenfold day or whatever. Feel me? 4th of July only makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You can spark an idea, make them up, okay, boom. But I don't believe that they was the first, because I don't see the homies waiting a whole another year just to be second candidate up for starting something. 7-4, 8-9, that's a whole nother, that don't make sense. Now, a whole nother 11 months.
Some online content about
What's the deal? Drop them lights, drop the vibe or something, man. What's the deal? What's the deal? Y'all see it? Y'all see the new shit? Nigga had to go invest in himself one time, you feel me?
Right, but the 7-4 Hoover thing does kind of make a little sense though.
No, because the 7-4 Hoover Day is on 4th of July and they're already gathering.
Exactly, they're already gathering.
So that's different.
But it could mean that
Oh shit, my bad.
on July 4th.
I can't help but to. Y'all popping fireworks.
Yeah, but then eventually it morphed into a hood day.
What was our set day? Our first set day was
Under the Groove, they covered that too. Under the Groove was talking about that. They was on there talking about the homies being the first to have the Saturday shit.
82. I'm pretty sure it was 81, 82. It could have been 81, but it was early on. That was it. It's Durham. The boy Durham, he used to play at Pauline's church. Was the one and Keisha them got the buses and we in Lagos. Oh, Miss Marsha. Miss Marsha. 74. Oh, yeah.
So they might have been the first hoods to.
Hey, listen, bro. I got bros from over. Shout out Triggerbird.
It's never been easier.
Shout out my nigga Munch too, man, on Verge. Shout out my nigga Munch, that's my boy. Even though Munch probably mad at a nigga right now for whatever reason, you feel me? He got his own little reason, but shout out Munch B, for real. That's my dog, that's my boy, I ain't got no problem with him. So I'm tired of niggas hitting me talking, what's up to Munch, man? Man, Munch ain't got no issue, Munch smooth, you know what I'm saying?
The birth of Hood Days, I believe, came from
We don't have disagreements.
Bear.
Yeah.
And the whole is Inglewood family allies. We rock with them. But I gotta tell the truth. Just me using my common sense and it's documented. The news even covered it at one point.
What's the deal?
The A9, it's Bear and the A9 East Coast.
Right.
Now, just because y'all gathered on 4th of July and there's a gang of gangbangers there, that wasn't considered a hood day. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. But what I'm saying is.
What you feel about that, bro? Basically saying that 39 East Coast was the first hood, had the first hood day. That's what Bear say. They believe that Bear, but like I say, I don't see sevenfold. I don't see 89 East Coast having the first hood day. Having to wait, the homies having to be second candidate up and waiting a whole another year later to come up with sevenfold day. That don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the case. You got so many East Coasts. Why? It was a 9-7, Q102, 11-8, 190. All of them could have been second runner up. You feel me? It could have been second runner up. But why all of a sudden they go 8-9 and we had to wait a whole nother year to be second candidate for starting? That just tell you right there. Now, the homies been coming together 7-4 days. You feel me? Probably sparked the idea with them. And they probably got a little, but at the end of the day, nigga, it started from the homies. They say 82. That's above them, boy. That's under the group. They talking about 81, 82. From far back, they went back and calculated it from their calendars.
That them gathering annually on July 4th.
As Alonzo said, he believed SF too.
Kind of is, it kind of sets a precedent for other hoods to gather annually. How about here, let me say it like this.
You can't, bro. That's one. Look, 7-4 days is a bad example because it's 4th of July. Y'all gathering anyway.
That's a good enough reason to even be together. It's 4th of July.
That said that from
Shit.
Like, okay.
But they're also gathering because it's July 4th.
No. We don't know that. Now they claiming that.
No, I believe that they would say this. I remember it when I was a
Niggas
kid in
just don't wanna give us
1983.
no credit,
I was only
huh?
in LA for like 2 years. I was about 12 years old.
It seems like niggas don't be
I
working
remember
with
the
Hoovers,
ETG.
no type of credit. Like, bro, on birds, nigga, give us some credit, bro. It's alright. We deserve it, nigga. We get out just do. We deserve that shit on birds. We up in there just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
And this is our year. This is our year. This is our year. You know.
Let us get our just do too. On we deserve it.
Now, my dad, my uncles, and all my dad homeboys, they from the east side, from 8-9 Family Swan. And we was Christian in this, because they all celebrated because they had 8-9 babies. And I'm thinking it's deliberate. It's a lot of them have 8-9 babies. My uncles, my dad, and they celebrated because they from 8-9.
Oh.
And they was having 8-9 babies.
Yeah.
It was Christian in this shit, for real. But I gotta give it to Bear and the 8-9 East Coasters, bro. As much as I hate to do it.
I can't give it to Bear. Now look, this is what Bear gotta say about this. Bear right here from East Coast. This is his first memory of Dayhood Day. And the year he's saying.
Started them. I started them.
When did they start?
He said he started.
88. I used to clown
88.
when I was in YA.
Mind you, the homie said they went back to 81, 82. So they, you know what I'm saying? They talking about some back 88, 89. Man, the homie's talking about some 82, 81. It was already up and running, shit.
And my birthday is July 27th, but I'm from 89 East Coast. And so August is the 8th month, 9th is August 9th. So we created 8-month, 9th day. And so at this time, and Queen, all you dudes know, all you people that used to, from the West and everywhere, came up to the park, y'all know. So when we threw the first party, it was a day party. I was able to rent Washington Park pool. And we had this big ass party. I'm talking about the sheriffs there. Everybody at the gates and trying to look in. One day I give you the footage. I got it on CD. My boy was able to transfer it for me. It was in video, but my boy, his brother is Carl, and then his brother. They stayed off 112th in San Pedro. They used to coach football at Locke. But Mike Evans. So Mike and them, I got them as DJ. And they came, and we had this big ass Doodle Brown contest. This when Doodle Brown came out, we had this big ass contest, and when we was up there, the party, it cracked. We had over 500 motherfuckers in there. We had motherfuckers all up on top of the roof, and we had people all on the deck. Sheriffs there, they not tripping. And then we made food. We was feeding everybody that was there. We literally took our money and bought a gang of food and shit. And so my boy Quick from Trey Hoover died, High, for, dudes from Hoover, Rick, all these dudes would.
So he basically saying that what he did say is that the first hoodie that they had, basically what he's trying to say is that the Hoover niggas was there. So you got Quick and High, these dudes, he talking about shit, and they can say that they've been to Hoover days before they've been there that day. That's what it is right there. From what he's saying, this Hoover nigga that was there too.
To the parks, they were not having no problem because we was Crips at that time and we wasn't tripping on each other. And so once we threw that party, Quake and them turned around and invited us to Manchester Park for the first trade day.
But I think
so. Basically, he's saying if 89 East Coast had a hood day in 88, and the homies turned around and invited them, and the homies saying they can date back to 81. Buzz said they can date back to 81, where they had their shit in Lake Elsinore. So, let me see.
I can tell you about our first set day. Our first set day was I can tell you about the fact, bro. Now, Lake Elsinore. At the month. So that was 1982. I'm pretty sure it was. 81, 82? It could have been 81, but it was early on.
So help me say 81, 82.
It's Durham. The boy Durham.
81, 82, that's when the Trays had theirs. 7-4, excuse me. He's saying 88. They had theirs, and he invited quick and the homies up there, but shit, homies already up and running. From what I'm hearing right
We
here.
have got to the point where
It
literally
was already up and running, already doing that
knowing how to
shit.
code. This is base 44. This is a
But Big Jack was a weightlifter that hung with Tookie, and he lived in the 60s, right where Tookie lived. So that took that, and then, you know, the brims were right there too, and the brims were very prominent in the 70s. So there was a little bit of button heads between the brims and the A-trays, which were the north side. Well, I don't know when they stamped north on it, but that 60s section of A-trays always had a huge presence.
I believe Marshall Cody said 83,
Yeah,
but that's gonna be one of our
I ain't gonna lie,
facts.
New York always been crazy.
Yeah.
They check anything.
But I think Bear might have that, the history of the hood days. I think Bear got that.
And me, four of us went over to meet Lex, TJ, and J-Bone.
Is this kind of like the beginnings of hood days?
Hood Day.
Because this is a 80s thing, right?
Yeah.
A late 80s thing.
Yeah.
Because there were no hood days in the 70s.
No, it was in like 87 when we did the first one. 87 to 88 is when it really took off.
Okay,
So
so that first
87
one was
was the first
87.
pool party. And then I just realized
On for the
it was
lows.
on next year. But in that go around, everybody else started doing it that was familiar with it. And it just grew. It grew. Next thing I know, everybody was doing hood days.
See, you can't say that because with the homies saying that shit, they said this shit been popular. This shit been dirty since 82, 81. They been up and running doing their hood days. And then you said 87, 88. So I don't know, man. Shit, you know, they're like the homies already up and running like 5 years. 5 years at least, 6 years up and running doing that shit. And before y'all got with and started really doing it, or however it might have been, y'all probably just did it to where y'all just, I don't know. You know what I mean? And invited more people, but shit. Or I don't know, Mark probably notarized it, but it looked like the homies already been up and running though.
And
Since the early
I flipped hood days. I took it and I said, fuck it. I'm gonna start throwing these parties and make this money. So for like about 20.
So that's what it was. So he was the first one to get some money off of it. He wasn't the first one started. You were the first one that found a way to get some money off of hood days. You the first one went around and said, you know what you got on the hood day? That's probably what it was. Cause what I'm hearing, y'all ain't the first one that came up with it, the idea, or the first one started doing it, cause the homie said late early 80s. But shit, he said, I'm the first one went around and charged you niggas. Gru said, I'm the first one ran around and charged all the homies to come to a party that we started with love for. Damn, so that's where that came from. When niggas be like, hey, y'all got some money on the set day? That shit came from these cousins. They the first hood to start charging you to go to your own shit. That nigga say I'm the first one to charge nigga. I flipped it. Nigga, what? Nigga, what? You the first one to charge, nigga. Hold on. No disrespect to it to bigger on verse. But damn.
I took it and I said, fuck it. I'm gonna start throwing these parties and make this money. So for like about 22 years, I made money off of a day party.
So 22 years. Bear said he the first one that flipped the hood day and charged the homies, nigga. Fuck you mean? So we got the homies, you know what I'm saying? Basically saying that they the one that first started, the first gathering, like coming together as a gang, you know what I'm saying? And putting a title to it from what they saying in the early 80s. They said they came along kind of like late 87, doing their little thing, whatever, but
It grew. Next thing I know, everybody was doing hood days. And
Probably paparazzi, you know what I'm
flipped
saying?
hood days. I took it,
Put it out
and I
there.
said, fuck it. I'm gonna start throwing these parties and make this money. So for
Very
like about
popular thing.
22 years, I made money off of day parties. And my following became almost like 800 people. And I could rent any building, any place, and like it.
But the sevenfold thing is definitely something that morphed into the day.
And you know how Hoover had set the stage for, well, the production for a lot of trends that we see today in LA. Set days is one of them. And for a lot of other sets, they call them hood days. Well, I think that's us, right? That's us, yeah, that's us. The trends is, that particular trend, homie, if these dudes get, I would ask any one of these dudes, because they all got hood names now. I would ask any one of these dudes, when was y'all first heard that? Yeah. Or when y'all start this? Because I know for a fact, bro, I'm telling you, we talking years ago, bro. And 7-month, 4th day is the 4th of July. That was the
Code site smarter with fewer plugins and more control.
I'm saying that was first. I'm standing on that.
Develop locally.
I'm standing on
first
that.
day that we
Yeah,
were able
they standing on
to
that.
go somewhere without the police touching us.
And that kind of made more sense
I
too.
don't know
Like,
if they got.
you gotta think about it. Y'all coming together and something just starting. Like, far as like black dudes, they don't understand what's really going on. Something that's being created, they don't really know how to adapt to it. It kind of make more sense that a nigga can get away with it on 4th of July. Like, anytime you get away with it on 4th of July, like, you ain't better get away with that shit no other day. I ain't gonna come together on just a regular day and be like, look, man, we about to just go hang out. Nigga, they gonna be looking at y'all crazy. On 4th of July, it kind of gave it like an excuse. Like, you know, not an excuse, but it kind of, you know, like a rites of passage. It kind of give you like a little, okay, a reason to come together. They can't really do shit. 4th of July, niggas come together, the homies celebrate, they put it together. That kind of made more sense to me.
Here's the thing that people would say, do you guys have flyers? Do you guys have any written things to document when y'all was getting together to invite people?
So today's story takes place.
I don't know shit like that.
Let's say
June
June 10th,
then.
1999.
Niggas was real niggas back then. They
I don't know how you put it
shit.
together. I don't know whose idea it was. As you can see from the flyer behind me, it was not very professional. It says barbecue at Westchester Park, baseball, music, annual picnic, June 10th, 1999. We was calling it the annual picnic at that time. Dudes would be driving around in their cutlasses or their Regals or their little buckets and have flyers in their car. Sheriff or LAPD pull them over, get wind of it. Police would show up to all our functions.
I guarantee you that the 7-4 Hoovers were saying July 4th, 7-4 back in the day.
Man, I think the Hoovers is looking back like we was outside.
Yeah.
We was deep on that. We was outside first. We was doing that first, but it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? It was just Hoovers that grouped up on 4th of July. That's what I believe.
But if it's that though, that don't make sense. If it's Hoovers grouping up on 4th of July, they grouping up because it's the same day. Like, that don't make sense. It's not like it's 7-4 day and ain't nobody got enough common sense to say, you know what, we're gonna put this together at 7-4. Like, niggas just grouping up every 4th of July and we don't even got nothing that we calling it. Hoover ain't never moved like that. Everything that we ever had, bro, we knew what we was doing, had a Title II. Niggas ain't just grouping up 4th of July just because it's 4th of July. Nah, niggas grouping up because it's 7-1, 4th day, you symbolize 7-4, and that gives Hoover niggas the reason to come outside, nigga. Why would niggas just come out 4th of July and evolve from Hoover? That's the case, everybody coming outside. Every game. That don't even make no sense. You understand? Oh no, for sure. For sure. But it's just like, come on, bro, think about it like, think about it, Hoover Street. You mean to tell me that the homies just like on some, we all gonna come out for 7-4 day, 4th of July, but we ain't got enough common sense to be like, you know what, this is 7-1, 4th day, let's come together to put this together. We ain't thinking like that. Man, hell yeah, we was thinking like that, nigga. And the nigga said, nigga, we been doing that since 81, 82. This nigga said it came out 87. Man, we had 5 years to call it whatever the fuck we wanted to call it, until y'all figured out what y'all was gonna do. Shit, we had 6 years to call it whatever we wanted to call that shit. At that point.
Dudes need to understand us
Hoovers that grouped up. We was deep on that. We was outside first. We was doing that first, but it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? It was just Hoovers that grouped up on 4th of July. That's what I believe.
That makes sense.
You need to understand us Crips. We set the trends in the script. Absolutely.
Nobody can deny it.
All right.
We set the trend in this shit.
All
We
right.
made up a lot of trends. The original golf pack.
Yeah.
Where you think them came from? The Hoovers. The crib walk. We didn't start the crib walk, but we made that shit different. We the one brought the twists and turns and all that. Dancing bear, 9 years old. Straight the fuck up.
Yeah.
Sule.
Set days.
Man, set day. Full day. We start set days.
Okay. We're gonna get some, I'd love to follow up with some OG 7-4s.
Man, we need to get Barry here.
So what inspired your first party? What inspired your 87? Was it 1987 when you did your first one? What inspired that?
Me clowning.
But were you seeing other dudes doing a little bit of partying? And
No, there was no party shit going on. I was clowning in YA. I was in juvenile hall. And me and J-Bone, which is Jeffrey Washington, all of us, we up in YA. And there's a few of us, Crook from Q102, Evil from 11-8, Boo from 8-9, even Horace ended up becoming a 11 Deuce Broadway, but he was from East Coast in the beginning. Baby Case from 11-8. I mean, I can go on right now. Sure,
that's my folks too.
all of us are in there. Sleep from 8-9, Ad Dog from 8-9. It's a bunch of us. You know, I can, Monster Cody and them is there. We kids. Them dudes is older than us. And I used to clown. I'll be like, nigga, today my birthday, it'll be August 9th. I'll be like, today my C-Day. Nigga, like, no, it ain't, nigga, it's August 9th. It's my C-Day, nigga, it's my day. And the motherfuckers were like, boom. So when I got out, I was telling homies, let's do this. And then me and J-Bone and his brother Lil T, we was hollering because we was in the same circle. And I was like, man, we can do 8-9 day. Let's do this. And so we got together. And we did some food.
What's happening? Shot-town? What's happening? Shot-town?
We was cool with everybody at the park in Washington Park. We barbecued, and then I'm telling you, it was everything in the park. Hoovers, kitchens, Compton Avenues. It was any crib that was in good standing was in that park that day. And when I say it was over 500 people, it was over 500 people, and I'll prove it to you when we get another shot at the video and you can look at it.
I think Tony Stacy. Tony Stacy is like the first generation Hoover.
Tony Stacy is 7'4" for sure.
Yeah.
And I think he won't be
Shout out
biased
to Tony Stacy
because
too. Oh, that's
he came from the east side.
Regardless of the kind of essay they write, many
Shout out
students
to
today
CBS,
use AI
man.
to help.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That shit don't make no sense to me, man. Like, niggas ain't finna wait a whole year to try to put something together. And like I said, the homies can date back to 82, 81. They coming to, he starting off 87 and saying they made it big or whatever, 88. That just don't, that's all the way off. All the way off. All the way off. $607 and sign with what's the boy name? With Beastie. Why they saying the boy done got what's his name knocked down for robbing what's his name, Chicago. What's up, Chicago? Shot-town, why they got Beastie talking about Dirk that had something happen to Vaughn over a house, man. Why they doing Dirk like that? I seen they had a girl over there boxing. Kinini, what's her name? Kinini, she's over there boxing and shit. Unc say yellow on 200 bands. He want he. You see him 200 bands, he say yellow trying to get it.
Like, share the live, right? It's the new channel, right? So the people that's in here right now, you know, y'all want to wear it.
Go on the page too, and they got it's 607 on Virginia Street on the club.
Y'all playing here, right? We everybody in here that can understand what I'm speaking, man, because I'm speaking big truth, right? Because listen, it's kind of crazy, right? When you know a nigga was doing 5 views before he started fucking with you. After he started fucking with you, he started doing like 5,000, 50,000 views, right? What you playing it on? Who you playing it on? Now you doing all these views, but at first you wasn't doing no views, right? Listen, man. Niggas be acting like they worth so much, but they not worth nothing, right? But they work a little bit, right? Niggas be
Can't say that because nigga, you is how you present yourself. If you treat yourself like you ain't worth shit, then shit, a motherfucker gonna treat you like you ain't shit too. So you can't say nigga be treating themselves like nah. Nigga gotta treat yourself like something. Cause nigga will take advantage.
something. But we're gonna get off yellow for a minute and get on KB Nene, right? KB
Chi-Town, who was KB Nene? Ain't that where's she from? What part of Chicago she from?
In the middle of a podcast. Stop playing on me. Man, y'all gotta watch the podcast when I put it out, gang, but I don't know if I'm gonna put it out.
Nah, I don't think I'm smoking that shit, man.
Right, and it's kinda crazy, right?
I don't think I'm smoking that shit.
More looking at what she
Man, cause I know when the motherfucker high or something, smoked out. Nigga done been around, Unc ain't smoked out. You know what I'm saying? Unc ain't on that shit.
Right? That's the I'm like, God damn, gang. And then get mad when you call her a man.
That's how you know Unc ain't on that shit. He ain't done enough to pay. He ain't done $300,000.
No, looking like a man, you man when I call you man. And then you come to find out she read everything off these cue cards, right? This stuff, I don't know who be writing it. But yeah, I got this just a girl from Chicago, and I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna pass these on to people, cause like, just a girl from Chicago probably a man. I don't know, I'm confused, gang. Listen, we from the Bay, we all from the Bay here. We GDP Vice Lord, we from the Bay too. And the Bay be on that ism. So, you know, we on that ism in here, gang. What y'all feel about Queen Yella? Yeah, man, let me know, man. Y'all feel about them? Y'all think I should pay them more money? Or what y'all think? Like, no, don't pay them more money. They ain't worth no more money, Alright? She tripped this to pieces, gang, and she went to sleep. Like, what y'all feel about somebody going to sleep in the middle of a pie, right? Like, nigga said, I ain't sleep. I'm like,
That bitch said I got my money, nigga, that's out. I'm gone. I got my hoes, nigga.
Like, what, you go to a job and you go to sleep on a job and you working on a forklift. Then you gonna tell the nigga, come on, I
nigga, you sleep on a forklift, you carrying everything down.
Stop playing on me.
For sure,
yeah,
for sure.
Go sleep on a forklift. Because like, then she gonna box, and get to fight with
And I seen that.
one of my students. And I'm like,
I seen that, but I ain't gonna lie, she had hands. She was doing her shit. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to, what's her name? KB Nene. She was doing her shit. I seen that. No words. She was boxing, what's my boy name? Light skin dude. I forget his name though. It was Solomon or something like that. Solomon, something like that. But yeah, she was boxing him. She was doing her. She was trying to get up on her. You could tell he wasn't trying to get up. He wasn't trying to fuck her up. He wasn't trying to do too much to her.
man, he from the content house. Y'all know Solar Man. Y'all remember Solar Man?
Solar Man. That ain't Solar Man.
He left the content house. But he was hurt. Cause he was trying to get in the glove with me, like, fight me, I'll pop you. Stop playing with me, I'm gonna fight fight like a man?
That nigga said, that nigga up, look, hold up. That nigga said she was trying to get the gloves with me, I'll pop you. Dead homie, fuck you mean, bitch? Bitch, when I finna be fighting you, I'm finna pop you. You up here squabbling, she squabbled him down though. You can tell he wasn't trying to do too much, but you know, he got that light skin squabble. He had a light skin squabble on him, you feel me? For real, he was trying to do his shit, but you could tell she was trying to get in there. She was on some bullshit. I seen her.
More money, they ain't worth no more money, And his people, y'all know what I know. Let me tell y'all something secret, since y'all know people here. Everybody work for Al 22 for free. That's what y'all want. Like, they let him do it for free. Like, whatever they do it for free.
Gotta see how I make sure my shit. Make sure my shit still plugged in, dude. On verse. Adam gonna pay me though. I'm doing it for free. I don't want that content. You don't get paid on the back end. That nigga ain't tripping. For sure.
Money.
On the real. Subscribe, man. Pull up. They over there tripping on KB Nene right now, man. She got in the glove. She was doing her shit. What part of Chicago KB Nene from? Let me know what part she's from. What part KB Nene from? Let me shit, let me get it together. My shit. They got the boy 6'9" over there. 6'9" still over there making threats. I don't know why that nigga over there still making threats. Talking about he gonna do life. Anybody, the niggas that robbed him and this and that. Nigga, go sit down, Takashi. Sit your color, purple hair. Sit your ass down, boy. Nobody, nigga, you didn't got beat up. You didn't got, nigga. On verse, you got. You was popping all that shit like they wasn't gonna get you. And now they got you. Now you mad. Nigga, you got, bro. They caught you slipping. On verse, sit your ass down. They fucked you up. You said you walking around like you was hard. And now they pulled up on your ass and got years to try to in that situation. You got too fucking comfortable. Because you felt you snitched for the right reason. Because you felt like you was fucking your baby mama. Man, nigga. That nigga 6'9" burnt out. I'm trying to play this shit with him and Charleston White though. Cause that nigga was going in, nigga was on bullshit. Y'all seen that Tekashi interview? Who's Tekashi interview? Oh, my shit, let me see. Oh, my charger tripping. Let me get it together, little one. Are you Stephen? See, Ghost still talking shit. Ghost, go sit your ass down, man. You took an L, Ghost. Go sit down. You still talking shit to Shorty. Sit your ass down, little one. You talking about. Go sit down, little one. It's all right. It's all right, Ghost. Hoover ain't after you, nigga. The homie said he just gonna do his shit. Cause he playing with him on the internet. Let me see. Trying to see this right here. Here we go. You got charging over there, pump. Sending niggas mama dick pictures. The hell wrong with him? Swipe pictures. Them niggas crazy. Them niggas is crazy, man. That motherfucker went up though, I ain't gonna lie. And how long ago Tekashi got beat up? How long ago that nigga got beat up and robbed? I'm saying you told me tripping. Let me see, my friend, I can do it just like this. I can do it like this. Man, I'm tired of talking about that shit. 50 yards gonna be that. The people gonna go where they wanna go, man.
I think you're
Them people know how they feel, but that's something. I'm not there. I ain't never been on one, so you know what I'm saying? I wasn't there when that was politics was going on, so that's something that motherfucker there gotta like figure that shit out. Those who's in them situations, you know, they gotta make the best decision for them and stand on that shit. They let this nigga, that motherfucker's crazy. They let this nigga come down land. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's happening? We fucking playing. I got one. I was trying to fix this shit real quick though. Just real fast. Let me get my charger right, so I'm gonna get back to it. It's my charger.